A very good afternoon, students. So today we will start a new lesson, and the name of the lesson is making friends. So which one of you will tell me the one word for making friends? Yes, it is befriend. To befriend someone means, so what I was telling, the word is befriend. To befriend someone means to make someone friend. So this story here, it is written in a dramatized format. The story has been dramatized by the author for your sake, so that you can enjoy the whole story. So let's begin with the story. And here, before you read a drama, always never miss the information which are given before the beginning of the drama. So let's read what is the backdrop, what is the background of the whole story. This is 19th century New England for four sisters. The tomboys Joe. So the time is 19th century England. We all know that this century was stripped off. This century was devastated by two world wars. Not only one but two world wars, and numerous young lives, and lives of so many things. Not only young, all kinds of lives. This is not only human being but also some those animals which are used in war. Their lives also. So the whole existence of life on earth, actually, this was at stake. This was at the verge of extinction because of these two great wars. So here, in that century, there are four sisters about whom we are going to read. These four sisters, and who are they? The first one is tomboyish Joe. So the adjective tomboys means here the kind of girl who are adept at performing those acrobatic activities which are generally performed by young men. Okay, those girls are called tomboys. Means their attitude, their their inclination towards physical activity and all these kind of things, they are akin to the men's inclination and their habits. That is why we call them tomboys. And one more girl is there. There is beautiful Meg. So the chief characteristic that defines Meg is her beauty. That is why it is written beautiful Meg. The frail Beth, she is a bit thin, and the curly-haired Amy. Amy has a beautiful curly hair like cascade. So these are the four sisters: Joe, Meg, Beth, and Amy. So they grow up from girls into young women. Means this is their adolescent period. They are teenage while their father is away at war. So what I was telling, that the century was devastated by gaudy wars, and the father of these four women, their father is also busy at war. That is why they need to live there alone with their mother. Then comes their family is poor, but they are contained and happy. So this poverty could not take away, could not smudge, erase the happiness which they used to enjoy. So being happy doesn't mean you need much wealth. This is a mental setup, and this is your attributes, your attitude to life that makes you happy. So those things were present in that family. Means these four girls, they used to live amicably without much brawl. They are always willing to make friends and help others. Means they are very much sociable kind of personality, extrovert. Other sisters able to make friends with a lonely neighbor. Read this dramatized version of an extract from Little Women. So the main story, name of the main story is Little Women, and the story is presented here in a drama format. So one more character we are about to come across now. Already about him something is mentioned. It is that a neighbor who is lonely. So these four sisters, the house where they live and the locality where they live, in their neighborhood there is another house where another little boy is living, and it is said that he is living lonely. Means the boy has seldom anyone else except him in his house with whom he can play, with whom he can share his thoughts, and he is living there lonely. So the characters, as all the drama, this is their particular characteristics, that before the beginning they will enumerate the characters and who are playing which role. what is their designations, what kind of people are they. These are mentioned in the beginning. So here, this is no exception here. Joe and Meg, they are March sisters, born in the same month. And Laurie, the boy in the neighborhood, already you got to know about him in the description, in the backdrop. And grandfather means Laurie's grandfather, old Mr. Lawrence. And maid, the housemaid who is there in the house of Lawrence family. That old grandfather and the little boy, they are living there. And only except them, there is only a housemaid who helps them in performing the household works. Scene 1 begins, and it is said that this scene is set in a drawing room. The room has 2 sofas facing each other like that. 2 deep chairs, a cupboard, and a large coffee table. So means when the curtain is being taken out, then the spectators, the viewers, they see that the stage is decorated in a way as if it looks as a drawing room. There are sofas attached to each other, facing each other. There are a coffee table is there, cupboard is there, and between the sofa is the fireplace where a small cheerful fire is blazing. You know that all English countries generally, because of biting cold, generally in all those houses, they are consisted of at least 1 chimney and a fireplace inside the house to keep the whole environment warm, because on the outside, you know, this is beating cold. The temperature falls below 0 degree. That is why most of the houses, they have a fireplace inside it, and there is a chimney to take out the fire, take out the smoke coming out of the fire which is there inside the room. So between the sofas there is a fireplace where a small cheerful fire is blazing. The sofas and chairs are covered with pretty but faded clothes. So see, pretty clothes means costly, beautiful, but the colors have faded, which means there was a time once when this family had means to buy those things, those costly covers, but now they are unable to buy the same things. They are unable to replace it with equal material. That is why it is said that these clothes are never changed, they have faded. The curtains at the windows are crimson, means dark red color is called crimson. Bright ones now faded to a dull color. That is again, the curtains have also faded to dark and pale colors, because these family, they could not afford to buy 1 more curtains of the same quality. The effect is one of shabby but genteel poverty. Their condition is not rigid, firm, certain. They are dealing with some uncertainties, but still their poverty where they are living in, this is not wretched condition, a genteel condition, means they have their happiness and they have their means intact. A young girl is reading on one of the sofas, her feet stretched towards the fire to warm it. She is enjoying much the whole warmth, and at the same time she is reading a book. This is something which I like most to do most of the time, especially during the winter season. The best place is the sunlight on the roof and there is a book in your hand. Nothing can be more beautiful than that of these things, according to me. So this is Meg, about whom it was told that Meg is beautiful, and she is reading a novel. She is sitting by the sofa by the side of the fire. She has already stretched her legs to the fire in order to warm it. So she is sitting there in a cozy place and enjoying the novel. She looks up as another young girl walks in wearing rubber boots and a hooded cape with a broom in one hand and a shovel in the other. The shovel is actually used to punch out the snow from the track. So this girl, in such a biting cold weather, she is wearing some rubber shoes, wearing a hat, and have some things with which she was clearing the snow. So by this description we know that this girl is no one but Jo, because about her it was told that she is tomboyish. This is the very attitude we can call tomboyish. So Meg, what in the world are you going to do now, Joe? Going out for some exercise? She smiles. So she is joking with her sister. Her sister is astonished and horrified to see her in such a appearance because outside there is biting cold. The whole area has been covered up with snow, and now this girl is going outside. So Meg is asking whether she could, whether she was going outside, and why such kind of thoughts is coming in his heads. And she is astonished, completely puzzled, baffled, confounded that how can a girl decide to go out in such a bleak, dreary, cold weather. And in return, Joe is smiling and giving her response in a mocking way that I'm going there for some exercise. So this tells about Joe, how much funny she is and how much tomboy she is. That's how we come across these two characters who are set apart, who are set in a completely different position, completely different characteristics. So we will read it further later. So till now you read the whole descriptions at first beautifully. Whatever the backdrop of this drama and what are the characters, what are the scenes, the stage directions are given there. All these things you keep in your mind carefully, and after that we will move over to the next part of this whole story. So till then, that's all today. That's all for today, students. Let's call it a day.